Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I want to go ahead and just do a quick little intro into this video. Let's first talk about the fact that this is going to be a long video. I do apologize, you probably already see by the time limit. Grab a snack, whatever, if you want to be here for the whole thing. If not, I totally understand, you're completely fine. Let's delve into why I'm doing this and what I'm hoping to create with this series that I want to do. So I really want to do a series. I'm thinking something on the realm of let's use up our makeup, or let's use the stuff that we currently have, or whatever. And the main reason is that we, obviously, as makeup consumers, are constantly getting flooded with makeup. And what's terrible is I feel like we're buying, or whatever, and we're not actually using what we have. We're not seeing what we could use. We're making decisions that we then regret. And I want to help stop that. I want us to help as well, even you could say for environment. Myself as a makeup consumer, I'm also a really big collector on makeup. I don't really like the idea of buy, and then toss. I hate the idea of waste. I think that our country and just our world is so full of waste, and I really want to be a part of stopping that. Which is also why I want to do this. I want to show, hey, if you have this palette, here's how you can create really cool looks. I want to show how to still make great looks using makeup that is older or whatever, even last season. I hate the fact that the content that is so brought forward, that it's like we feel like we need to have new, constantly new. And obviously, myself, I'm not gonna stop buying makeup, but I have a budget. I have a budget of how much I spend on makeup. Anyways, super long intro. But yes, I really hope that you enjoy this video. Feel free to check it out. Let me know any comments or anything if you have any requests. If there's any looks that you would like me to create, I can definitely do this look. I'm sure I probably will because it looks cool. I'm obsessed. I look so super blue, and I'm obsessed. I haven't worn lipstick in forever. But yeah, I'm super excited to have you here. Stay tuned for my other videos. Again, if this one is too long, I do promise you that my future videos are going to be a lot shorter. Hopefully, if I don't talk too much, and really just kind of give you the details you need to create a look. But anyways, okay, let's roll on to the video. Let's start off with good old Fenty Beauty. This is a massive regret, I think, but I'm going to try to play around with these. Oh, I just broke it. One massive flaw with this box, yeah, you just saw that, is literally not knowing how to open it because the magnetic thing is so confusing. I don't know. This, I don't even feel like really showing you. Oh, basically, this is full of pigments. Some are probably pretty. There's absolutely no sifter, no nothing. This was very expensive, I'm assuming. I got it on sale. It was still expensive. I think I paid like $50 for this. Regret. But again, we're going to try to get some use out of this because I'm not wasting it. Packaging though, stunning. Stunning, Fenty. But, Rihanna, come on. I want her eyeshadows to be good. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. Her eyeshadows are like so boring to me. Anyways, let's move on. So here's a brand that I have literally seen barely anybody talk about. I still don't fully know how I feel about them. I do want to pick up another palette from them before I kind of make a video to be like, okay, this is my full-on thoughts. They have the Loud and Proud palette, and then I also have the Into the Night palette. So this is the Loud and Proud palette. Super colorful. They have a row of matte, and they have a row of shimmer. They also have this in the Into the Night palette, which is more kind of just a super gray tone palette. Moving right along. My only palette I have from Dominique Cosmetics, which if you watched my Beautylish box last year, or whatever they call that New Year's box, I got the Berries and Cream palette. I don't really reach this palette a lot, but it has, the shades are stunning. I do want to try more from her line because very good quality for what I've seen so far. We have the lovely Tati palette. It's a really pretty, nice neutral palette. I really love it. Sorry, I'm laughing because I just dipped my finger in one of the shades and I don't know what it is, but whatever. you have seen this palette on my channel before, the Frankincense and Myrrh palette. I do have a video completely talking about this gorgeous Christmas-themed eyeshadow palette. Another lovely indie brand, Ouija Cosmetics. I bought this palette forever ago. This is their, I think it's just called the Ouija palette. I don't know. I am holding this shade here because it did pop out and I have not had a chance to glue it back in. But that is that. I'm very curious about this brand some more. I think I might get another palette from them. Yeah. Another brand, Sugary Cosmetics. Very good. Shade segmentation, all that stuff. Should we go for an evil brand? Don't judge me. When I look at, here, we'll just give you a little preview, and it's really sad because I really like this brand, but yeah, if you could tell by the colors, I'm annoyed at myself because I am no longer purchasing from this brand and or company. I feel like they just, we all know, I feel like the situation with, I believe, Donnie Darkowitz, and it just was handled shitty. I mean, sorry to cuss, but it was handled terribly. So, I don't know regardless, but I have, obviously, an F ton of makeup from them, so I'm still going to use it. I just don't feel like it's something I'm going to be like, you should go out and buy this. I just want it to be like, if you have it, let's do it. So I do have two of the mini eyeshadow palettes. These I don't really care for, if I'm honest, so whatever. They do have some pretty colors, but that's just that one. My actual favorite palette from them is this Alyssa Edwards palette because it's really colorful. The shades are super, super good, so I love that. The Resi palette, I never really got a chance. Oh my god. One of those shades is like completely smashed. The shade Liddy is like completely smashed. That's kind of sad. I don't really feel like I've been evil with this palette, but apparently maybe I have. The OG Norvina palette, I do not really care for this palette. I feel like it's not as exciting as I expected it to be, but again, good colors, good formulation, whatever. Riviera palette. Got this at TJ Maxx. You probably still could if you wanted to get it. Great discount. You can literally find almost every ABH palette at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, whatever. Just honest, if you want a discount. I bought Modern Renaissance. Literally, it's terrible. I don't think I've ever even used this. I bought it because everybody else has it. When I was in the thick of my, my ABH, love, I was like, I have to have it. And, maybe I'll like it one day. It's whatever. I haven't really used it. We also have, I don't hate this palette, Soft Glam. This is actually a pretty cool palette. It's a neutral, but it's something about it vibes with me. Subculture, I bought this at TJ Maxx. You can tell I have used this puppy. I have several shades that have pan. This palette is actually really good. We have Norvina 1, second one, third one, and are we ready? Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? The fourth one! So what I actually did, this is all completely still in order. I actually depotted the palette, and this is my first test run, so it's not perfect. But because the packaging is really nice, and the mirror and all of that is super nice, and I didn't, whatever. Okay, let's delve into some non-problematic for a sec, and then we'll go, we'll swing back in with a little bit. So this is one from Dollar Tree, LA Colors palette. What is this even called? Urban. Ooh. It's not very good eyeshadows. I do have the NYX Ultimate Matte eyeshadow palette. Has some really nice colors. I do want to film a look with this one day. It's not my favorite, but I feel like this is probably one of the more accessible rainbow eyeshadow palettes that most people will gravitate towards. Next, we're diving into e.l.f. I only have a couple things from e.l.f. I don't have any of their new stuff. I kind of am tempted with some of it. I do want to make a purchase from Ulta. Right now, I only have like one thing that I want, which is the e.l.f. eyeshadow base. I want to see how it is similar to the MAC paint pot, because I'm looking, for a dupe, obviously, to get rid of my MAC. But whatever. Here is just a boring, neutral eyeshadow palette. This is from the Dollar Tree. This is, I think, their old packaging. Well, I know it is their old packaging. It was $1 called Tantalizing Taupe. I do also have, if anybody remembers this collection, I also have the lipstick, but this is the e.l.f. and Christian Siriano line. I got this on clearance at Target, but I actually really do like Christian Siriano, so yeah, not mad. He doesn't wear makeup, so I don't know why they necessarily partnered with him, but whatever. Let's go ahead and delve into some Sleek makeup. I do have 2 palettes from Sleek. So we have this lovely eyeshadow palette. It's called, I hate their name sometimes, E10594. Ooh, so fancy. But it has these pretty colors, has some nice metallics. I have honestly not played with this in such a long time. And I really was not into metallics like I am now, or more kind of shimmery shades. So this is one I will definitely be playing with in the future. The Cream Tea palette. See, they actually labeled this one. Maybe this one was supposed to just be called the E10 palette. This is the Cream Tea 601, whatever. I like this. You can tell again, I have used it a lot. This is just, again, another really nice neutral palette. I would recommend this. If your drugstore has this, I was at a Target that had this eyeshadow palette, picked it up. I do really like it. I have yet to see Sleek at any other Targets anymore, but hopefully they're coming back. I think they're a really good brand. Moving on. This brand is controversial for its cruelty-free, where they actually sand. What I personally have heard is they have now moved to China, and so as long as the stuff is made in China, China will not test it on animals. That's what I've heard. I don't know how true it is. Whatever. Use at your own discretion. These are probably one of my... God, this is so ugly. But these are probably one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas from the drugstore. I don't feel like most drugstores have pretty good eyeshadows. I would say Wet n Wild is. So I do have the Comfort Zone, which they relaunched in the packaging. Rose in the Air palette, which was supposed to kind of slightly dupe the vibes of the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. And then this one, my favorite, because it's broken, is Nude Awakening. You can again tell that I've used this as well. Let's go ahead. Let's just get away. Let's go through the problematics that I'm sure people know that I have, which would be Monsieur Jeffree Star. Again, I will not be purchasing anything from Jeffree Star again. I just feel like he's just too much of a, problematic figure, and I regret that it took me so long to see that. Let's go ahead and delve into what we have. So the newest, or last release that I purchased from him was Bloodlust palette. This purple one, I have barely used it. I think this is a Shame of a Purple palette. Jeffree Star, you should be ashamed for this palette. None of deepening shades whatsoever. But yeah, if you have it, we can definitely use that. I have Alien, so I pretty much have every palette before that. I just realized I'm missing one. I do have Thirsty. I don't know where it is. Do I? Hang on. Haha, I lied. I found it. I had put all my makeup away that I wasn't using, and now we had to bust it out for this lovely video. Okay, next we are going to go ahead and move on to El Androgyny palette. This is actually a very nice kind of grungy palette. I do love all the greens that are in here. It's quite beautiful, so I do like that one. We have Mini Breaker palette, the Mini Controversy, his actual rainbow palette, which is Jawbreaker. I do have the Blue Blood palette. I do have the Conspiracy palette, the Blood Sugar palette, and the last but not least from L. Jeffree Star is the Beauty Killer palette. Let's go ahead. We're going to go in with some black-owned makeup brands, some amazing brands that I love and create super cool stuff. So we're going to start off with Juvia's Place, the Masquerade palette. I have the Zulu palette, the Warrior 3 palette, September Rose Cosmetics. So this is the Slush palette. This is goals. Look at this packaging. That's very beautiful. They have a Slush 2 and all matte palette. I love matte eyeshadows, so this makes my heart soar and sing. My favorite palette from them, I do have all three. I have no regrets because, oh my god. This is my neutral palette. I know it's not super neutral. It's not colorful either, but oh my god, this palette makes my heart sing. This is the Brew palette. Oh my god. If anything out of my makeup, you need this. You need this palette, in my opinion. This palette is so good. Okay, one of the, I don't know if I say OG, but people love this palette. I love this palette. Kind of, I'm trying to get more and more use out of it. What's difficult about this palette is I remember I bought it because all the people whose channels I watch, like Smoky Glow, Teresa's Dad, you know, we're really talking about this palette saying it's so good. And it's not bad. It's not bad. But the only thing I will say is I felt that it was going to be a little bit better than it was. And again, I haven't played with it in a minute. So I remember hearing in on camera this shadow looks fabulous. And it actually still could be, I mean, maybe I was just smoking crack that day. The Lemon Drop shade actually looks pretty good as a yellow. It is, I wish it was a bit brighter. You'll see in a couple of minutes, hopefully, what my actual favorite yellow eyeshadow that I currently own is. But this is still a very nice palette. I want to play with this more. That's what I will say about this palette. I have not played enough with this to have final thoughts. But I know pretty much everybody loves this palette. So I do feel like I will grow to love this palette as well. It just, I haven't played around with it enough. Another brand that I'm kind of half and half on, but stuff is nice from them. So the crayon case has this palette called the Matte Book. I, of course, also own the box of crayons eyeshadow palette. Alright, let's go back, and we're going to go a little old school real quick with some palettes. So this is by Urban Decay. This is the OG Electric palette. Are you ready to see how dusted and busted this sucker is? This was my rainbow palette for a very long time when I did not have any other makeup. So, as we can see, I used the crap out of it. I did, because, you know, of course, I'm an addict, and I needed my color. When Urban Decay came out with the Wired palette, I jumped on it. And I do like how the packaging is. Very pretty. I don't like it. Like most people, you just don't like it as much as the original. I'm not saying the original was super great. I think since there's been a lot more better, different eyeshadows. And chaos. Do you see that chaos? You are not the same. You're not the same. Not that it was ever great, but like, no. You'll see when we get to another brand that I love. It was a better blue. I don't know if I've yet to find, maybe this new one that I'm wearing today, even though it's like a deeper blue. I have yet to find a favorite blue. I don't know. Alright, yeah, I know you've probably heard me talk about this palette, I think. The Moon Dust palette by Urban Decay. Just do yourself a favor. When you are at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, wherever, pick this thing up if you do not have it. This is the prettiest toppers. Oh my god. They are glittery. They are beautiful. Use a glitter glue. Whatever. They are just, And what makes me in love with this palette, all of them are this gorgeous. All of them. Most palettes are not all that good. Like even, I'm sad to say it, the new the new Sugar Pill one that I got, not all of them are that. Do you see? You're good. I don't know why this palette did not do well. Urban Decay, hello. I know you're not going to know who I am, but like, yes, yes, yes. Please, please, please. I'm begging you, please make something this good. Okay, should we delve into... Let's go ahead and delve into finding out what my favorite yellow shade is, since it's probably still fresh in your brain. Hank and Henry. I don't have as many palettes as I want from them, but they are a brand that I'm on. When I got this, I've grown to love this palette way more. So this is the Fuego palette. The shade, the yellow in here. This palette is also just as good quality. Sweet Tooth palette. I probably talked about it when I did my mystery box from them. I just look at this and I'm just like, the hell am I supposed to create with this? Like, what? It's just a lot of pastel and they're gorgeous. It's really pretty, don't get me wrong, but like, what am I supposed to make? Let's get this one out of the way. I only have one palette from this brand, but this is the Morphe James Charles palette. And it's a, you know, it's a big one. It's a massive palette, but it's really good. We are on to Midas Cosmetics. So I have the Decaf palette, Macchiato. My favorite, though, from this quad sets, or whatever, is the Latte palette. Next palette we have is the High Times palette. So just, again, really nice. So this is more grungy. Another palette that I want to get a good amount more use out of, even though it is still very beautiful, is the Lemonade palette from them. It's a lot of yellow, which is gorgeous. Gives off that super, like, lemonade-y vibe, which I super love. Smoky Glow palette. I have not got as much use as I wanted to out of this as of yet. I do want to use this sucker a lot more. This as well is very beautiful. Lastly, from Midas Cosmetics, we have the Flower Bomb eyeshadow palette. This as well is very, 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 very pretty. The last but not least brand, Sugar Pill. I think this is still available from them. It is the Little Twin Star Sugar Pill palette. 6 shades. I actually cracked the mirror, don't judge me. I do, of course, have the Fun Size palette. This is such just a good, cute, little kind of pastel-y palette. So here's my lovely Sugar Pill palette, the singles palette. Of course, you don't have to buy this palette if you don't want to, but I did. And I have all of my lovely singles. Alright, so we do have the C1, or Capsule Collection, the original one. So beautiful. I did go ahead and pick up the Capsule 2 Collection, which is this one. And then lastly, we have my lovely little Sugar Pill new one, the Capsule 3. This was released around Halloween. But yeah, that has come to the end of this lovely video. I really hope that you guys did enjoy. I know this is a super long one. Hopefully you did like this video, and the ones following it should be a little bit shorter. But anyways, feel free to subscribe if you liked my channel. I really hope you did. I am very trying hard to make grammar. I'm trying really hard to make really good content for you guys, just to get myself out there in this space and really just show my love of makeup and color, and also not being wasteful. But anyways, I will see you guys in my next video, and I will talk to you later. Okay, goodbye.